Alright guys, so this video is going to be a little bit different compared to what I normally do, which is just like, reviews and things of that nature. What I want to talk about in this video is this emerging trend that I'm starting to notice. That's a little concerning and disappointing for me in the online course space. And I don't know what I'm allowed to say or not say. At the end of the day, it's my opinion. I believe it's an educated opinion, but it's not like I'm stating these as facts. It's just what I'm seeing and my personal viewpoint on it. And that's this growing, I guess more so like this emergence of your classic gurus, Tony Robbins, Patrick Bet-David, Grant Cardone, Taylor Welch, Andy Elliott. There's a whole bunch of these different gurus, which some of them do teach good things. Like, I'm not saying that every single one of these people is bad. Like, Grant Cardone said some things that I've agreed with. Patrick Bet-David said things I've agreed with. Same with Andy Elliott. Same with some of these other guys. I can agree with them on some things, but there's also things that I just disagree on. And the part that I'm really disagreeing on is the way that they're going about trying to build their audiences out. So I've been a part of the online marketing, digital course space for about 5 years now. So I've got loads of experience. I've seen people rise, fall, come and go. And I've also seen and been behind the scenes of how these different gurus actually try to grow their audiences and the psychology behind all that. So I want to preface by saying that with what I'm about to say, which is this just disturbing trend of these guru types using religion to grow their audiences, whether that be through podcasts, social media posts. It's really a dark hole to go down if you're them, because it's just it's going to eventually blow up in your face. Now, people can change, people can become Christians and, they can have worldview shifts. I totally understand that. But I also try to look at their actions behind it. A lot of these, I think, they're just trying to resonate with a religious crowd because it's a bigger audience of people that they could tap into from a business perspective, sell them something. And the reason why I think they're going this route is because they've tapped out their current audience. I would say over the last decade or so, there was this rise of essentially get-rich-quick gurus, and I'll be the first to admit that I've fallen for some of that stuff too in the past, but I've learned from it, and I'm wanting to share my experience with you guys about it. I don't think all online courses are bad. I think some are good. I think some are affordable. I think some are very helpful. But I also can acknowledge when there's just some really, really bad stuff out there, and they're typically from these bigger named guys. So it concerns me that they're going after a religious crowd. It's generally Christianity at this point. They're saying, God, this isn't a direct quote. This is me paraphrasing and essentially telling you what they're really saying, which is they're going after the Christians that are probably middle class or more poverty, and that's because generally the church preaches that poverty is a good thing, that you're not really supposed to be rich and all this stuff. And I don't think people want to be rich. I guess this is a side tangent. I don't think people want to be rich. I think people just want to have enough to be comfortable. They want to be able to work hard, go home to their families, maybe their friends, and just have a good time, not be overly stressed. The issue is, though, different churches out there, which is a whole other issue, but they kind of push this whole, well, if you're a Christian, you probably shouldn't be rich. There's always a balance, guys. There's always a balance. I'm not trying to get preachy. It's just a tangent we went off of. Back to the gurus. Their message is essentially that God wants you to be rich. It's almost like a prosperity gospel, right? And I think that's a really big issue. That's something that they shouldn't mess with for a lot of reasons. One of them being that God's probably going to get back at them someday for essentially using his name to profit like that. And we know Jesus, when he was in the temple, he went through and he just tossed everything up. It's like a modern version of those guys, and it's very disheartening, because I know for a fact that there's going to be people that are like, oh, so and so's changed, they're a Christian now, I'm gonna buy this because like they've changed and they understand me, they know what it's like, when the truth couldn't be further from that, unfortunately. And sorry, my dog's got a toy in the background there. I don't know if you guys can hear it on video, but I just want you guys to be aware of that trend and know that they don't really care. They're just trying to expand their audience because they've tapped out of that whole get rich quick that we saw over the last decade or so, from 2013, 2014. Okay, champ, calm down. All right, calm down. So yeah, guys, like, beware of wolves in sheep's clothing. It's essentially what these guys are at this point. He's still going at it. Just don't fall for it. And if you're one of those gurus that somehow come across my video some way, shape, or form, I just want to tell you this. It's like, your grift is only going to go on for so long, because there's people like me waking up every single day, whether they're already in your programs or they're doing more research before getting into their programs, and they're seeing through the bull crap that you're spewing. I just want you to know that. I also want you to know that you're on notice. FTC is going after you guys like hotcakes, and it's just a matter of time. They have a big list. I'm sure some of you are already on that list, but you're on the radar, and it's coming. For everybody else, again, not all courses are bad. Not all business models are fake and scams and get rich quick, but you have to do your due diligence on who you're learning from and why. People that I always think you should go after to at least like trust and learn from is, one, their courses aren't going to be exorbitantly priced, and two, they're not really going to be running ads on social media or anything like that, because usually as soon as the ads start, that's when whatever program turns into a Ponzi scheme of sorts, and I think I have a video on that already. But yeah, just beware of these gurus, guys. They're going after the religious crowd, and it's not going to go down well. So take care. I'll see you guys in the next one.